What is up, fellas? We are back today with another trade I took this morning, getting $1,300 on the day on both accounts, on my funded and my new premium account for Alpha. Just gonna break down the trade I took today on Tradevate, and I'm gonna kind of break it down on TradingView also, because Tradevate still is kind of booty. But that's all right. All right, so on TradingView, I go to the 15-minute and mark out highs and lows of each session and explain how I go through that also once I can get there. Okay, so blue, Asia, red is London, yellow is New York. Technically, we can mark this out too, but we basically are just marking out the highs and lows of each session without getting broken. So this is a high that has not been breached. Okay, so a breach is market goes up and takes out the high. So we would not mark out this if that got taken out, but it's okay to mark out then. Okay, and then we see this high. So we can mark this out because nothing has crossed it. We can take this high, because this London high, this Asia high, we can mark out. London high, we can mark out because nothing has breached it yet. So they're all valid. Same with lows. We can mark out those previous, this was yesterday's New York low. We can mark that out because nothing has breached it until obviously, well now, but that's after I've already traded, so we can use that. This low, we would have marked it, but it got breached, so we're not marking that out. This low, we would have marked it, but it got breached pre-market, so we cannot mark that out. And then we also do mark out London or this New York high, pre-market high and low, but I just forgot to because I don't trade on Tradevate, or I don't trade on TradingView, so that's just this is just to show you guys. But here is the trade. So this is the 6 to 615 orb, opening range and breakout. Marks high, lows, we marked them all out that were valid. Market open 7:30. So a big thing that I saw was that we pushed straight up to this midpoint of the orb, which is where we're targeting, and immediately just got shot down. So that's huge respect for the orb. So I was looking for this orb play to come back up, and then same thing here. Immediately shot up, kind of just stayed around for a little bit, and then shot back down. So that was giving me confirmation that the orb will be playing out today. So basically with why this didn't get disrespected is because on the 5-minute, we can see that it was still respected, though. Midpoint was still respected. Didn't have a full candle closure over the midpoint. That would indicate that it is disrespected. And that's how we kind of deviate for highs and lows and stuff like that to see if it's actually getting respected or not. Because the market's not going to be like perfect where it immediately, goes down or whatever. But that's how we figure that out, okay? Obviously, I would have loved to place my trade a little bit earlier. I kind of got in pretty late. It was a quick moving candle, but still got in a little bit late. But I was able to enter at 86.50 for a short, enter in another contract. So with my way that I trade, it's a 1-to-5 risk to reward ratio. So basically, we are only ever risking 250. I'm on the trackpad. $250 at once. Let me see if I get my mouse count real quick. Okay. So we're only risking $250 at once. And how that works out is I only Oop. Yeah, we can make that. So I will have a candle. We'll just use this as the orb or whatever. All right, we'll call that the orb. I see my candle. I place my first trade. All right, and then I have my stop loss at 5 points. 5 points. SL, and then we have our take profit at 15. Cool. Okay. And when I ever enter the trade, I'm only risking $250 because this is just one contract. And how I do it, make it a 1 to 5, is I will enter again after 5 points have been hit. So another 5 points, I will enter again. Okay, so then I move this stop loss up to my original entry point. So I'm only ever risking $250. That's kind of like a way to mediate your risk while still getting the same reward. Okay, so now I'm only in for $250, but I still have 2 contracts, and I'm already up $250. Okay, so if this keeps going up to my 15 points, both SL or both TPs are up here at 15. I get $1,250. So that's a simple way. Maybe everyone could look into finding a better way to get a better risk to reward ratio. Yeah, that's kind of it. Simple orb today. Could have also played off of this low. Yeah, that's kind of it. Here's both of. So this is my new account for Alpha. I think it's the premium. Hopefully, it should be passing that soon, or I will be passing that soon. And this is my funded account. Loki had a buns week last week, almost blew it, but we're coming back. Also kind of messed myself up by making my profit $1,800 is my biggest day, which is kind of bad. So for consistency, so gotta work on that. That's kind of it. Hope everybody had a good trading day and have a good one.